I am the inventor of a system of psychology and know how to win the hearts and minds of voters. Democrats can win 60 to 75% of 1, the Christian vote, 2, the national security vote, and 3, the economy vote, leading to a landslide victory for Democrats. How can Democrats win over 60% of the national security vote? By educating voters. Consider the following ads. Ad start. For years, Democratic leaders like Senator Joe Biden have stressed the need to focus more on diplomatic efforts in Iraq and in the world. Democrats know that to more effectively win the military war against terrorism, first we must win the diplomatic war against terrorism. Diplomacy allows you to win more people to your side of the conflict, so that when the armies take the field, you will have a larger army to win the conflict with less cost to your side in terms of money and lives. After a failed war policy for years, the Bush administration finally listened in part to advice from Democrats and used diplomacy in Iraq. The Sunni militia were recruited to help fight Shia insurgents from Iran. It was the Democratic idea of diplomatic meetings with former enemies which is largely responsible for the reduction of violence in Iraq. If Republicans had listened to the good ideas of Democratic leaders sooner, then thousands of American lives would not have died, and the war in Iraq would have already been won. We did not have to lose thousands of American lives and $1 trillion in a long war in Iraq. The ideas of Democratic leaders would have saved lives, saved money, and saved time. The Democratic idea of winning the diplomatic war against terrorism in order to more quickly win the military war against terrorism with far less cost is a far superior strategy than the Republican idea of focusing on military efforts alone. If you want to defeat global terrorism faster and save lives and money doing it, then vote Democratic. End of ad. Ad start. Some conservative extremists ask the question, would you rather fight them here or over there in Iraq? We would respond with, would you rather fight our real enemies, the Taliban, where they are in Afghanistan and Pakistan, or where they are not at? Barack Obama has a superior military strategy for defeating terrorism. He will fight our real enemies where they are at. Barack Obama will use the far superior strategy of winning the economic and diplomatic wars against terrorism in order to quickly win the war against our real enemy, the Taliban. If you want the United States of America to completely destroy the Taliban in Afghanistan and Pakistan, then vote for Barack Obama. John McCain supported the inferior strategy of George Bush in Iraq that lost America thousands of lives, $1 trillion, and years of delay in fighting our real enemy, the Taliban. John McCain continues to support the inferior strategy of focusing on a military war against terrorism. In fact, the economic views of John McCain would cause America to lose the economic war against terrorism. Barack Obama will use the far superior strategy of winning the economic and diplomatic wars against terrorism in order to quickly win the military war against terrorism at a much lower cost in terms of lives and money. If you want America to win the economic, diplomatic, and military wars against terrorism, then vote for Barack Obama. End ad. Ad start. The 9/11 terrorist attack was an economic attack against America. The terrorist strategy is to weaken America economically and diplomatically in order to weaken and defeat America militarily in the long term. John McCain wants to keep America addicted to oil. That keeps America economically weak and energy dependent on others. John McCain wants to offshore millions of more jobs to communist China, causing more Americans to be jobless and homeless and making America economically weak. Barack Obama will quickly move America to energy independence through investment in renewable energy and creating millions of more American jobs. If you want 1. More American joblessness and homelessness, 2. Addiction to oil, 3. Losing the economic war on terrorism, and 4. A 100-year war against terrorism, then vote for John McCain. But if you rather want 1. Millions of more American jobs, 2. Energy independence through renewable energy, 3. Winning the economic war against terrorism, and 4. Defeating global terrorism within 10 to 20 years, then vote for Barack Obama. Add end. Thank you.